Hi everyone. On this week's edition of Ask Ashley, we are going to talk about what is probate. So, probate is the court's process for what happens when somebody passes away. So, probate, most people assume, is so if you pass away, how your assets get to your beneficiaries or your heirs. Probate is actually so that Pennsylvania gets their inheritance tax money. Creditors can come forward and make a claim against the estate so that they can get paid for any money that they're owed. And then, yes, anything that's left over can be distributed to the beneficiaries. Most people assume if they're married, everything will go to their spouse, which is actually not true. If everything is not owned jointly with your spouse and you don't have beneficiaries on it, probate assets are things that are solely owned by you. So if you owned a house before you were married and did not put your spouse's name on it, that asset would need to go through probate. So the court's intestate law says that if you're married, a certain amount of the initial money goes to your spouse, but if you have children, the children also get a portion of that money, which is usually not what most people have in mind. So a lot of people think if they have a will, that will avoid probate. A will does not avoid probate. It is a roadmap through probate. So that will actually tell everyone who your executor is, so who gets sworn in to run your estate for you, who your beneficiaries are, and how you want things to be distributed to them. That is the purpose of a will, to write down how you want your wishes to be carried out through probate after you pass away. Any asset that has a beneficiary designation on it, such as life insurance or retirement, those assets pass directly to the beneficiaries outside of probate or separate from probate. Probate can take 1 to 2 years. We are considered probate friendly in Pennsylvania, but the process still does take 1 to 2 years. Depending on, it can be quicker, it can take longer. We're kind of at the court's disposal for when things can be shut down and concluded. It can also be expensive. So typically probate costs can range from 5 to 7% of the value of the estate. So that's attorney's fees, filing fees, appraisals, business valuations, court costs, for the actual probate matter to be opened, advertising costs. All of those fees combined, it can start to get very, very expensive. So if probate does not sound appealing, there are ways to avoid that process with more comprehensive estate planning. But typically, that is how the probate process works.